Back to BS Sports Talk. Jags, Dolphins, last second fantasy outlook. Let's just jump right into it. First thing to know, DJ Chark is not playing.
Out for this game.
Yes.
So obviously if you have him in your lineup, sit him.
Yep.
And hopefully you got on that waiver wire.
Yeah.
Added you in
Keelan Cole. Ranked wide receiver 17 so far in PPR.
Yeah.
Minshew and him really seem to have found their niche together.
Mm-hmm.
I really like Keelan Cole this week. Another sneaky start. Your boy, you've been high on him all year, is Laviska Shenault.
I like it. Viska, I think every game he's gotten a little bit more action. He had 5 rushes last week.
Yep.
Averaged over 7 or even 8 yards per carry,
Yeah,
I think
you're right.
Around there. And still getting the targets in the passing game with Chark out. I think he's involved even more. I feel like his role, like they've shown a commitment to get him the ball, and I think it's only going to be more and more and more the more experience he gets, and as the season goes on, the more comfortable he gets.
And I think they're finding ways to get him on the field. He reminds me a little bit of Deebo Samuel from last year, how the 49ers, maybe he wasn't the best pure wide receiver in the game, but the 49ers found a way to utilize his skill set throughout the end of the year at least.
Yeah. Another guy I would say to definitely start, Devontae Parker.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Parker, last week we'll even go with I'm with Fitzpatrick as well. If you're like a quarterback, if it's me and if I have Drew Brees and Ryan Fitzpatrick, I'm starting Fitzpatrick this week. He put 30+ points up against the Bills last week. Parker, same thing, still not even 100%
Brady
healthy.
and Brees look like they're struggling without their top weapons. Brady just isn't looking like Brady of old. Or maybe he is looking like old Brady.
And maybe they figure it out. Like I said, still not 100% slept. Yeah, we're not saying, hey, give up on that offense. I still think there's a chance.
I agree.
It's the first time in 20 years the guys had a new offense. And they've talked, Arizona's came out, and they're trying to say, well, he needs to learn our offense. I just don't think you bring in Tom Brady to learn your offense. You brought in Tom Brady to get you to the Super Bowl. And if I'm him, I say, hey, you know what?
Yes.
You tell us what you need to do. Here's our base thing. You take what you like out of it,
100%.
add it, and then you throw out what you don't like. Let's go forward.
Their lack of use of the tight ends kind of shocks me. Brady is interesting. They don't throw to the running back as much as Brady does. I think Arians really maybe needs to figure out how to adjust his. Great coaches can adjust their style to fit players.
I think he has a little chip on his shoulder because he's known with being kind of that headstrong coach. It's my way.
High flying offenses.
And man, you got to realize it's Tom Brady, and I know he's fighting it. He's like, I don't want to make any special treatment. It's the greatest of all time needs special treatment.
I don't, and they will have Godwin back, but I think Fitzpatrick's matchup is very favorable. Until Brady and even Brees, because Brees has not looked good even the first game with Mike Thomas, but especially without Mike Thomas. Brees was missing wide open throws. I think Fitzpatrick and Gardner Minshew definitely. I think Gardner. We have to really start to. Let's see how he does this game, but I'm buying in Minshew Mania.
I'm liking him. I think he's looking good. I think that offense is severely underrated. That offensive line, they brought all 5 guys back. They've had the whole season to play with each other.
They're not worried about Fournette, which maybe that really was an issue because I feel they're doing well without him. If you have Minshew, I think you can start him over Brees this week. I feel comfortable starting him over Deshaun Watson.
I like it matchup-wise. I mean, Watson, still another one I put him in the Tom Brady category. Not a brand new offense for him, but he has brand new weapons.
Correct. He lost his best weapon.
You go from having Hopkins, which we've seen how that's worked out for Kyler Murray, to
Brandon Cooks, Will Fuller, David Johnson,
who are still not bad, but they're not the level. They're not the weapon that Hopkins.
They would be a great compliment to DeAndre Hopkins. So, couple sits for me. Jordan Howard and Breda. I don't start either one of them. I believe if I'm starting a halfback on that team, it's Myles Gaskin.
I think with what he's done with his 13 to 15 touches a game. He's like 50. I think he's in the 60% of the snap share. He's the only running back I want on that back.
I agree. Other than that, you fade Howard, you fade Matt Breda, and you roll with Myles Gaskin.
I think the last one we can kind of touch here with the sits. I think both defenses. I would not start either defense.
Neither defense should be even rostered.
There could have been a case, maybe for the Jags because, obviously you have Fitzpatrick who's known to throw a pick or two.
Or 4.
But his performance against the Bills last week
gives you hope for the Miami offense.
Yeah, if there's nobody on the waiver wire and you need to start one, maybe. But if there's somebody out there, I pick them up and I'm starting another team besides that.
Absolutely. Another starts for me. I think Mike Gesicki for the Dolphins at tight end, and even Tyler Eifert is a sneaky start for me. If you're hurting for tight ends, if you're not comfortable with who you currently have because you didn't get one of those top 5 to 7, 8 guys, Tyler Eifert's somebody to me who's going to get some touchdown looks. Gardner is starting to slowly find him and target him more, and his snap percentage is going up. And Mike Gesicki for me is just... He's picking up where he left off last year. I think Fitzpatrick and him have a good rapport, and he's somebody that I look to get a lot of receptions tonight.
Yep. All right. I think that's all we have for this last second outlook here. Make sure to like and subscribe. Check out all of our videos. Going to be coming out with some more this week. Thanks for the time, guys.
Appreciate it, guys.